It is largely fanon. In lore, there was a contingent of shadow troopers attached to the 212th during the last part of the Clone Wars. They did a lot of shit at Utapau. That's where we originated from, but it just kind of sprouted into something else. Uh, a large part of it, yes. Um, some of it is based off of canon events, and some of it is just straight up meant to be canon, or it's legends. Like I said, the Shadow Troopers are legends. They're or canon, whatever you. I think they're considered legends now, but there were Shadow Troopers in the 212th. It was a contingent of them. But Sixth Company is branded off of the idea that on Umbara to storm the capital, the 212th needed a small unit that could handle heavy weapons and exert unmatched amounts of violence and a rapidly escalated engagement to break through Umbaran lines, kind of like the stormtroopers in World War One, which is what they're based off of a lot. I think that a lot of communities, they try to be unique and they try to be super cool by taking all of these things that they think are cool and trying to take a color scheme which they think is cool and create their own identity, but they ultimately fail at it. Um, I won't lie. I won't lie and say that we didn't do the same with the color scheme. But it was at a much different time when there actually wasn't that kind of stuff, but still now we're doing it, which I can't really defend too much. But it's the black and red Spec Ops servers that are early Imperial or like Republic to Imperial transitional kind of area. It it upsets me a lot actually now, because SF is no longer something that is special. It's something that every server is based off of. They don't do special trainings. They don't do anything like training up their men to actually be special forces or be able to call themselves special forces. They just kind of are a basic ass clone battalion and then take the special forces name and completely appropriate it. I don't want to sound egotistical in saying this, but yes, I think that we're pretty high up there. There are a lot of people which I've had come to me and tell me that they consider us the only real special forces in the community. And that's because we train our men. We train them to actually perform special operations. Shadows are trained in stealth. They are trained in using the environment to conceal themselves. And the Sixth are trained in being aggressive and attacking in small units at a specific point. They are trained in what they do. It's not just a title. It's a badge that is earned. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of how much they grow when they're here. I'm proud of the people running it. I'm proud of how far it's come and how much it's evolved and gotten better than when it started. So, behind my unit, it's it's gonna be a long one. So, the SF starts in the third quarter of the Clone Wars, which is where I would like to guess that the Shadow Troopers are attached to the 212th, because it's like around the time they were made. They just performed reconnaissance, and they set up ambushes and guerrilla warfare, and they would do espionage and, spying, all that shit for the 212th before they assaulted a planet to get information on that planet and take out, political officials, all that shit, or people in political powers and offices and so forth. When it comes to Sixth Company, like I said, is based off of the Sturmtruppen from, I think I said that right, World War One. They move fast, use heavy weapons. They move in small units with overwhelming firepower to break through one weak point on the enemy's defensive perimeters. In my headcanon, the capital that the 212th was assaulting was fortified to high hell. It had defensive perimeters all around it. There was no way of getting through with regular infantry and armor and so forth. So they had to create a unit that specialized in moving too fast for their mortars, too fast for them to be able to accurately report their positions, to catch them off guard whenever they are most vulnerable and pounce on them.